Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Chop it down. Chop it down. Chop it down. You gon' chop it down. Chop it down. You gon' chop it down. Damn, set, watch him throw the ball. Man. We gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through fourth and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders, heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trap or Dive.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of Trap or Die Podcast, man. I am your host, Hand Dog Mual, Coach Mual, Tequila Mual, Molly Jamal Force, man. In here with the fellas, man, all 32 side, the Trap or Die, man. Rick, Nick, ride a full gang in this thing, man. How y'all feeling, boy? Y'all good? I see the hoodie on with Rick, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't got the cash on right now, you know what I'm saying? So he doing it. We don't like to promote that team, but you know what I'm saying? I respect my boys. I respect my family. So, you know, they get to express themselves on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Him and
hoodie, bro.
Nostradamus.
Hey, Rod, watch
crazy,
yourself.
bro.
You know
Hey, clap it up for Rick. I seen the movies, Do it again, bro. Yeah. 6 weeks ago, you weren't like that, bro. 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, you feel me?
He still can't do no curls.
For those
hey, Rod, what I had today,
for those who don't know, man,
he had the 3 pound.
Just like the boot, like Rick was in the cage for the last 6 to 7 weeks, so he finally out the cage, man. He back in the gym too.
Hey, I gave Rod my weight. I gave Rod my weight today. He said, "What you doing with this, pimp?" Hey, it's a humbling experience, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I don't love you, bro.
Looking at that 3 pounds, bro, I was just like, damn, bro, like. That's how people be feeling when they be weak. Not to lift 3, but 10 was pressure.
10 was asking too much.
10 was pressure, bro.
So a part of rehab progress, man. Look, Nick was suppressing something. He was about to say some shit.
I know he was.
All right, man.
I was gonna say something.
All right. I know you was. I see right through it, bro.
It ain't for the show.
It ain't for the show.
But listen, though, for everybody's happening, administrative items, and whichever way you are listening or watching, make sure that follow button, make sure that subscribe button. We appreciate that, man. Leave a rating review if you can. If I didn't say like, make sure you like as well. Give us a little rating review on the Apple Podcast, Spotify, if you as well. Like I've been noticing it's been coming in a little bit, the ratings and reviews. So we appreciate that, man. Keep them coming. If you haven't done so already, man, it's an easy way to show your support. You know what I'm saying, for the game, man, and it helps us compete with other podcasts out there too. So keep it pushing, man. Appreciate it, all that good stuff. You can also find us at Hogs Haven, SB Nation's blog site for the Washington Commanders. Dakota, I don't know why you on this side, but that's where I keep my yak at, bro.
That's why she over there. You
gotta move, bro. Nah, you trying to get drunk? We ain't got time for that, bro. Oh my lord, I just moved the screen. Anyway, fellas, man. So we are tapping in with the week off. You know, obviously I had the work trip last week, but what's happening with a week off, man? And over the past few days, we've seen 16 preseason games. Or I shouldn't say we've seen them because I'd be lying. There were 16 preseason games on the board over the past few days. I'm glad football back. And yesterday was a good time for me to kick my feet up after a long morning. The last 2 mornings of just studying the Commanders game film. Last 3 mornings of studying the Commanders game film. But speaking of the weekend, Sunday, just to, as soon as I'm done, kick my feet up for a little bit just to relax and watch some type of football. I got to see, who was it? The Niners and the Raiders. And then obviously before that were the Chiefs and who was the Chiefs playing? Saints. Boom, there we go. Derek Carr drove them boys down the field on the first drive, I believe, scored a tutty. And he was done for the day. Fellas, man. what y'all thinking about this weekend? Who were some people around the league before we get to Tennessee and Dallas? Like, who were some people around the league that just caught your attention? Good or bad? It doesn't have to be.
Speaking. You may mention Derek Carr. I mean, of course, he only played like a drive, but he did look good in the opening drive. But he wasn't who I was going to point out. When I think about preseason, I like to think of, how the rookies coming into the league and how they playing in their first couple starts. So with the Browns having
I bet you I know where you're going
for Hall of Fame game, I think Dorian Thompson Robinson.
Okay.
I think he played pretty well at the quarterback position. For the Hall of Fame game and the next game he played, I think he played a good game against the Commanders when he went down, and I think he had 2 really good drives. What was it, Commanders or the Chiefs or Jets that he played week 1? It was the Jets, right?
Jets.
The Jets in the Hall of Fame game. Okay, I'm tweaking. So yeah, played a good game against them. Then followed up with a 9 for 10 game, 102 yards, touchdown, no turnovers. I think out of UCLA, if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, but
yeah, DTR, man.
I think he was solid in the first couple games that he played. Little sneaky. Of course, he's not gonna play up at the time, but I think he fighting for that second string spot over Josh Dobbs. So like what I seen from BTR.
Solid. I'm gonna name one person.
Yeah, you don't gotta limit it to one. You could anybody.
Nah. So first I'm gonna talk about the Panthers. We actually went to go to the game this weekend down in Charlotte.
Oh, so you realize that's what you meant. I was like, they getting their ass whooped at home, boy.
Yeah, let me tell you something, bro. We probably got there. He probably got there like late first quarter, and from late first quarter to we probably left right at the beginning of the fourth. I never seen a team play so bad. Offensively, defensively they were cool, but you can just tell like they just got tired and like just start driving down the field. Tim Boyle actually started driving down the field. Zach Wilson didn't look that great. But Matt Corral and that offensive line looked pitiful, bro. I could have went out there and did what they did. Like I think the Panthers got a pick. I'm like, oh, they about to get loud. They about to turn up. 3 and out. You going back this way, bro. I like this shit pitiful. Outside of that though, I can't really think of nobody outside of my team. Jaguars.
I'll never forget.
Jaguars look good though. Of course, I mean, that game.
I never forget when RG3. So Corral was a rookie last year in 2022. So in 2021, RG3, bro, he put Matt Corral on the map with his top 5 quarterbacks. RG3's top 5 quarterbacks of the draft class, and like I saw his highlights, bro, and I was like, well, I gotta watch him. Like, bro, looked official, and like the more you watch him, I thought like early on, I'm like, yo, this is my QB number 1. Like, that's it. Like, I don't need Matt Corral. He came out of Ole Miss.
Yeah,
Ole Miss. And I'm telling the people. But yeah, I'm like this, he like he got the mobility. He accurate, but then when you watch him, you like he only looking at one person throughout the whole play. If you don't see that, if that one person ain't open, he's still gonna throw it because he may not understand the coverage that he's looking at, or he's gonna take off and run and use his legs. And he a dog with his feet, but that don't mean anything because he ain't reading the coverages right. And I'm like, damn, like he ain't it, bro. And it hurt my heart to see that. So for him to go and play like I think a game or 2 last year in the preseason and then get hurt and miss the entire season. He misses 1 season as a rookie and automatically like you're behind the 8 ball. And then you come in with a new coach in a new situation behind Bryce Young, and like now you're definitely not the starter. You're definitely not QB1, but it's like, can you even make it in this league? Like from a person who put you on the map in RG, like with national credibility, and he put you on the map in that manner, and it's just going downhill like that, especially from a person who I thought personally was going to be all right when he went to the next league before I started watching the tape. Like that's a little unfortunate for him, bro. And I don't think anything gonna turn the corner. I remember I was watching the broadcast. You were at the game, Nick, And Steve, so I missed the moment where he threw the pick. But Steve Smith was saying that he was throwing like he had lost confidence. Like it was all checkdowns after the pick. Like he wasn't really taking chances. He was a little bit nervous. And he started to open up like a few passes later, but initially he did not want to chance anything.
He ain't had no time, bro.
Oh, he ain't okay.
I was just talking to P about that. He was saying O-line wasn't looking good at all.
When I tell you, when I said in the chat, bro, us four could have went out there with another random and looked just like them as an offensive line, bro.
First off,
if you watch the tape, bro, as soon as the ball hiked, I don't know who number 11 is for the Jets. He made the team off of Saturday's performance alone. Cuz Park was a fringe 53 player. He is a solid roster. He got a spot all off of whoever was playing for Carolina. It just looked terrible, bro. Like, I kind of felt sorry for Matt Corral because he played damn near the whole game because nobody else left. Because Andy Dalton didn't play. Bryce Young played, I think, 2 series and he was done. And then it was his time to be great, but he had no time for like to go. So wish him well.
Wish him well, bro. I
wish Bryce well too because that's his line. So
speaking of younger quarterbacks, man, let's go ahead and go to the boy CJ.
Oh, hold on. I'm about to say I ain't even get a chance to go yet.
Oh yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. Unfortunately, I was unable to watch all the games like I would have liked, but I was able to catch. I call my boys, but another team I was impressed with was the Bears, bro. Granted, I think the Titans they weren't playing their best ball. They didn't show up in that game in my aspect. But I like how explosive that offense can be, bro. I feel like Justin Fields got a lot more help than he had, and the addition with DJ. What you don't like that, bro?
62.
First of all, bro.
No. I'm not. And the crazy. I just want to say before you say that, I'm not trying to take no. I want to take no shots at the Titans. I was just saying
no.
Like, I like
you mentioned Fields.
How they're. Mm-hmm.
Fields' numbers are very deceiving. He threw 3 passes, and all 3 didn't even go past line of scrimmage.
Right. I got you, but I'm just saying how explosive. I'm saying how explosive the offense can be, but at the same time, like if you throw on the screen and you housing it, I mean, how crazy do you expect the stats to be?
Just think about when you throw the ball downfield.
They're second and third stringers out there. We didn't play.
No, I get that. Of course, I understand that. Right? These are not starters, right? So this is not an end all be all. Yeah, this is not an end all be all. But I just saying I like what I saw. You know what I'm saying? I like how
week 4.
What's week 4?
Yeah.
Oh, New England versus Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking forward to?
Oh, absolutely, man. My boy getting 1.5, bro. He cut the hair, bro. It's about to get crazy because people sleeping on that boy. He's 28, bro, and he about to do damage.
Second string.
That's cool. He like being the underdog, bro. Best believe it. But also for me, it was the Saints. I call a little bit of the Saints game. I like seeing my boy Mike Thomas back out there. You know what I'm saying? Their offense the same way. I like the competition between Derek Carr and Jameis Winston. I'm excited to see who's going to get the. Hey Nick, don't even say it, bro. This ain't the time, bro.
What's that?
Just so you know, the route he caught won a slant. You feel
me?
No, he called a stop route. It was a stop.
Little curl.
But hey, look, man, production is production at the end of the day, and that boy gonna do it for you. So. I'm excited to see what that offense is going to be like as well. I'm also excited to see who's going to win the starting spot in that offense. And hey, do y'all think whoever starts, they might end up
starting a receiver,
starting at quarterback?
That's Derek Carr's job.
With the New Orleans?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can say it's Derek Carr's job, but if Jameis Winston come out and keep looking good, I mean, we can't just stamp it.
Jameis ain't starting. They gave that nigga. I ain't mean to say that, but they gave Cuz like 3.
It's over.
They gave Cuz like 3 years.
That's over.
But
that's not even up for debate.
Well, I guess in that case,
but I guess for me, I'll be quick because I do want to. I want to bring up CJ because me and Rod was watching it at the same time. But like for me, I thought what was interesting was Jordan Love in Green Bay. He looked comfortable. And I'm not saying he looked great, but he didn't look bad, and he didn't look like a person who was lost out there. He looked really comfortable in that offense. He looked a little bit in control. And for those who know, on this all-32 side, I don't talk about Washington. I'm gonna slip in Washington right here. And I'm gonna say I like what Sam Howell did. Sam was pretty impressive. And I think for a person who had 1,000 question marks concerning his draft status and why he slipped to the 5th round, and so many question marks concerning his game out of North Carolina, he looked like a person who wasn't. Now, he did have a couple issues. He was unable to find the hot man in against a disguised fire zone defense, like a disguised delayed blitz, things like that, and that kind of confused him and caused a sack, showing his youth. But at the same time, he was a person outside of that one moment, who was able to make plays out of the pocket, extend plays, accurate on the move, and ended up scoring a touchdown, albeit the third possession. The first two wasn't really a situation that was all on him at all, but when he did to get that opportunity, when they got in the rhythm, he was able to put the ball in the end zone. So for Sam Howell and Washington, I like that. I mentioned Jordan Love. There was this running back for the New York Jets that I'm not gonna remember his name, but it doesn't even matter because they just signed Dalvin Cook. So that running back, whoever it was that I'm thinking of, who got busy against the Carolina Panthers, he probably ain't gonna do anything for the Jets moving forward. So I think you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, he got the last name.
Still got Brees Hall too.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like him, but it's looking like
special teams.
It's looking like, you know what I'm saying, he got to pick something else up, you know what I'm saying, stay on that team. So there's other instances. I didn't get to see Anthony Richardson's game, but I like how NFL Network does this thing during preseason where they show they try to show all of the games during the week. So it'll be interesting to show if they show that Indianapolis game. Trey Lance, in and out on his, right?
Don't waste your time, man.
I think he had like 4 or 5 sacks, and that's just ridiculous.
Should have threw 2 picks too. They literally dropped both of them, like in their hands, dropped them.
Yeah. So that was kind of crazy, but at the same time, I don't think they're going to be looking at him to start. Like, I think that even convinced it further. Like it's a Sam Darnold or Brock Purdy show in San Francisco. But CJ Stroud, man, his first game, I don't put too much into it, but like I think on the first drive, I think he went like 1 for 2 or maybe 1 for 3, and he had a pick, like a terrible pick, where it's like, bro, I ain't got no issue with he didn't see him. I don't got no issue with like Ohio State quarterbacks. I have an issue with Ohio State system, and I think that dramatically impacts the quarterbacks that come out to the NFL. And I root for these guys, but I think CJ is probably the one dude where it's like, out of all the people who has the mindset of like a traditional quarterback with some mobility and who can make plays, extending the plays and getting out of the pocket, it's him.
I thought it would be too.
Yeah. So I'm not writing a book on him, but like that first drive is like, were you a little bit inexperienced? Was it moving too fast for you? Or is this like what we're going to see moving forward? And I don't have the answer yet, but it's very interesting.
Yeah. It's too early, especially the first preseason game. I think he only played a possession or 2. But like you said, it's early. You can't write it all off on one game, especially 2 possessions. So I mean, I think we got some time before we start calling him another Ohio State bust. But hopefully that's not the case, because I'm one of the few, not one of the few, I'm one of the many who also have the same opinion about Ohio State quarterbacks. And Nick can tell you, I've been very outspoken on the fact that I don't like any quarterback from Ohio State. But I did think CJ Stroud will be the quarterback to break the mold, because he just seems more traditional. Seems like he throws well from the pocket. But like I'll just chalk it up to being, your first game. You had the jitters, you're nervous, and might have been too much for you at first. But we'll see.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. There's a couple quarterbacks where I said was going to break the curse.
Go ahead. Who I say?
Haskins.
You're a lie from hell.
Bro, we was in Jimmy.
You were live from hell,
bro.
You
we was
never
in the
heard
car.
me say Haskins. I said Haskins did numbers in Ohio State, but he went to Ohio State, so I can't put that much faith in him. But I said, the boy. When have you ever heard me say anything about Fields, bro?
All right, bro. All right,
just answer the question. When have you ever heard me say something about Fields?
Never.
Thank you.
I ain't never.
Thank you. Because you haven't.
Go ahead, bro.
And even still, since you brought Fields up, Fields is still doing much better than any Ohio State quarterback in history at the moment.
Yeah, none of them used to get past year one for real.
He was in year two.
I'm saying, none of them used to get past year one. So he doing better than everybody. The goalpost
it's not even close. Name the next best Ohio State quarterback after Fields.
Troy Smith.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying though, we're saying this
terrible.
We're saying the same thing now. Who else? Dang, Ohio State.
It's all good, bro. Don't hurt your head, bro. You ain't gonna be able to think about it.
Hey, Terrell Pryor had a 90-yard scramble.
TP.
You see that?
TP had 2
Boy
years,
had to change positions. Okay.
But he did still play QB for a couple years.
Boy had to change position. They said, "Here, okay, son, go and see if you can play receiver or something because this quarterback thing not working out." And what's funny is he was actually a decent receiver. I don't know what happened, but he was actually pretty good for a little bit.
That's what happened to him.
With mediocre quarterback play in Cleveland, he came to DC and wet the bed. I don't know what's up with him, but
one year, bro. That was it. With Cleveland, you're not lying about that, but like that was some bullshit. That was a fluke. That's what got him paid.
Definitely
$8 million for a year.
Definitely.
And Washington paid his head. And everything went downhill after that. Well, we just found out.
But you know who I feel like got an unfair criticism in Washington? Jason Campbell. That's it. We can go to the next person.
I
think everybody around the DMV knew that he didn't have a fair shake.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I felt like
that was more.
He never had the same offensive coordinator at all in his entire career, like his entire NFL career. Even at Washington, he never had the same offensive coordinator back-to-back years. He was constantly injured. Well, I wouldn't say constantly injured, but he had injuries that kind of sidelined him in situations where you was hoping to build some progress. And then on top of that, like when he finally had stability in terms from a head coach, they traded him. Sent his ass to fucking Oakland.
Which he did all in Oakland?
No.
Yeah, good. I liked it.
He
went 8-8.
Who went 8-8?
And then was a competent backup in Cincinnati and in Chicago.
I'm thinking about Terrell Pryor for a second. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? But okay, yeah, you talking about Jason Campbell. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, speaking of some familiar players with you all, man. I guess we can start with the Cowboys. I'll give y'all the floor. I told you all, man. I'm a guy like.
No, you gotta keep saying that about us.
What's on social media? Like for me, I like y'all know me, so it is what it is. And people who watch Trapper Dive know, like I like football. Like I cover the Skins, but like I love the league. So when Deuce Vaughn went to Dallas, I was like, bro, I'm mad as shit. 'Cause I'm like, bro, like this one of them guys where it's like, I don't want to have to deal with this dude for the next X amount of years and know that he's good and then have to watch him cook my mob. Like, I don't want to see that. But for Deuce in his debut, I'm not going to say it was special, but I think like what we saw in college literally carried over into the NFL, and it showed in his first game that he can do this shit on the next level. I'm going to give y'all the floor, Nick and Rick, to talk about what you all saw in week one. But Deuce Vaughn was the main dude who caught my eye, just from a standpoint of like, yeah, y'all got something there.
Yeah, man. A couple shout outs real quick. Of course, Big Deuce, 42. Had a good little game on the ground. Had a nice catch in the red zone. Shout out to Jalen Tolbert. Had a nice little touchdown, you know what I'm saying? My man he's starting to get the rhythm of the game, run his route. He look a little confident out there. Damone Clark and Mr. Overshown, them boys finna be a problem. I'm talking, bro.
Who about to be a problem?
DeMario Overshown.
That boy a
What's he play?
problem.
And Damone Clark. Both of them play linebacker.
Safety linebacker.
So they about to be a problem. So they're playing. They're starting.
I don't know how we're gonna get Damone on the field, but he about to be the next curse. He about to be the next curse, bro.
Damone
Watch yourself, bro. Hold on, bro.
No, I'm saying as far as like the way Dan Quinn uses that position, like the way he uses curses, he's about to be the next him.
I thought you said about Javon Curse. Somebody said, "Hold on, bro."
Nah,
stop what you doing. Okay, good.
Nah, so Damone Clark, he's starting at I think middle. He's starting at weak side backer with LVE, and then DeMario, he come in. You know what I'm saying? Get them 3 reps. You know what I'm saying? He come in and get some spot work. But them boys, I ain't gonna hold you, but they was balling. And I don't say that was it, but definitely had a solid day. O-line, backups ain't look the greatest. You know what I'm saying? But that's why they backups. You feel me? So other than that though, I kind of seen what I need to see.
I'm over here rapping. I was muted. I was asking you, like, was the reserve, the offensive lineman, was it the reserves who started, or was it y'all first team who started?
It was reserves the whole game.
Okay.
Half them people I never heard of until Saturday. But thank God Zach Martin signed, because the person that was in his spot, you know what I'm saying, and my man got a 38 on PFF. So time for you to go anyway, brother. But it's not his fault technically. He a 6'8" guard. He's not supposed to be a guard, but he a tackle. So he should, or he's 6'5". He's 6'8" or 6'5". He want to know. He's super tall. He shouldn't be a guard. He doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, great game. The people that's not gonna make the team look terrible on defense, but the dudes that we need to contribute.
I think it's hilarious how he just phrased it. The people who ain't gonna make this team look terrible. Like, you said that when dude from Jacksonville made that crazy ass throw for a touchdown, bro. You said all them dudes getting cut. That's a very convenient way for you to assess that back end of the roster. Like, all y'all getting cut anyway, so I don't gotta talk about y'all. That's what it sounded like you just did, bro.
Do you think them people gonna dress up?
I'm just saying, man.
They're not gonna be here, Mal.
All right, bro.
So I mean,
if you, bro, quarterback broke 4 tackles from 4 D linemen, threw a touchdown, and it just looked terrible, bro. Like, all of them.
Hey, look, man. I just gotta get some shout outs as well, man.
Yeah, get your words in, Rick.
Hey, man, shout out to
before you go. Shout out to 34. Talk to him from Jacksonville. Deuce put his ankles in the 3rd row. He said his ankle's gonna be all right. He gonna be, you know what I'm saying, make a quick recovery. But Deuce had a great game, bro. Shout out to Deuce. My man got this.
Yeah, he definitely got this. Shout out to Deuce though, man. I'm definitely excited to see the boy play, man. And shout out to his pops, man, because I know that's a beautiful feeling. Like, I think he's in the scouting department, the talent acquisition department of for the Dallas Cowboys. And to watch your son, like, just that whole experience, bro, that shit is still beautiful in itself. So shout out to them in that aspect. But Deuce, man, the one thing I'm still worried about with Deuce, of course, is the size. I think anybody thinks about it when it comes to players of his stature. Like, I want to see Deuce take a hit. Like, I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to make people miss, but you ain't going to make people miss all the time. So that worries me in regards to like longevity and stuff like that. But we've seen, that's what I was about to say. So I was like, I know, like, I've seen like the Darren Sproles. I've seen the what's my other boy name? The Ecklers,
that's
plenty of
Sproles.
I mean Sproles. Yeah, Sproles.
Eckler's small.
Eckler, I feel like he's in that realm. He's in that realm, kind of, sort of, but of like the smaller backs in the league. But Eckler, yes.
Let me look up Eckler just to make sure.
I'm about to look it up now.
But I could have sworn like Eckler was like 5'9".
I'm just saying when I think of small backs, like I feel like I would put him in that category. I wouldn't be like Eckler. Eckler's not a brawler. He's like that scat back, like Darren Sproles kind of sort of. But I do see him put his shoulder down for sure. But CJ did that too.
Oh, 5'10", 200 pounds. Nah, he got some little size to him.
Okay, then we could take him out. But I didn't see Eckler get punished plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? So, at the same time, I don't know. Maybe he's just not that strong. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I want to see Deuce take hits, man. So that's kind of the next step for me. I'm excited to see him play. He's definitely electrifying, bro, and I think it'll be a good addition to the Dallas Cowboys. Never shout out to my boy Sam. I'm excited for year 2. I am excited for year 2, bro. He's gonna be a problem. And then Mozzie, bro. Sam Williams.
54 DN.
Oh yeah, you gotta use it. You gotta use the full name, bro, for these listeners.
I said Sam Williams.
I sure as hell don't know who the. I thought you said Sam. I was like, who the hell is Sam?
Oh yeah, no. I thought it said Sam Williams. And then man, look, I still got the screenshot. My boy Ryan said he said he don't know why we got Mozzie. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be that for real, bro. He got one sack. He's not gonna be that for real. He's not gonna be that for real. He's gonna have one sack.
Who we talk about?
Mozzie. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, no, he didn't get no sack, but he actually only got like a tackle. I think he got one tackle, if I'm not mistaken. I think. But at the end of the day, bro, he did exactly what we got him. He does exactly what we need, bro. And it showed in the game when we was playing, bro. Like hoes with stuff, they wasn't able to run the ball like that. Like it was a sight to see. So I'm excited for what our D-line going to do, man, in this upcoming season. But I mean, outside of that, Nick kind of touched on everybody else. Overshawn, I'm excited about him as well. That boy a hitter. He a hitter for sure.
But shout out to Luke Gifford.
Oh, my man Ferguson, bro. Hell of a catch across the middle.
Jake Ferg.
I love that. I love that stuff. You feel me? I love that stuff. But go ahead, Rob.
Rob, talk to us about your boys in the two-tone blue, man. What's going on with Tennessee? What stood out to you? Good, bad, etc. In between.
Start with Luke, bro.
Anyway, bro. Yeah, we'll start with.
I know who you're going to start with. I know.
I'm actually might be a little surprised how I start, but I was actually glad to see that Mike Vrabel decided to let our assistant D-line coach, assistant head coach, Terrell Williams, black guy, let him coach the whole preseason game to give him an opportunity to show that he can do that. So maybe, I don't know, when the season ends, he can get some opportunities to interview for other jobs. But either way, I thought that was a cool thing.
Did you like the QB rotation? Like the way they were doing the back?
I was going to touch on that. I was going to touch on that.
You got the floor, my bad.
I felt like Mual was just saying throughout the game, I think the storyline of the game was the battle for the quarterback 2 position. Obviously, Tannehill was going to start, but I think the battle between Malik Willis and Will Levis was the headline for us as far as going into the preseason, our first preseason game. I did not like how they rotated the quarterbacks. I think it's like they did it like every 2 possessions. They would rotate the quarterback. I mean, it was kind of like a scrimmage, how they handled it, like letting the quarterback rotate in and out. I don't think it's good for the quarterbacks because it doesn't help get them into the rhythm. I felt like they should have just let them play each first half and the other one the second half. No matter who you wanted to play, just let them rock out for the half and the other person rock out for the other half because, like, pulling them in, it was too much. But either way, I felt like Malik Willis, although he had some couple of bad passes, but he still looked better than how he looked last year, which is what you want to see with your rookie quarterbacks, your young quarterbacks. Can you improve your game when the season ends and we tell you what you need to work on? We like to see that you have improved in those areas. So I felt like Malik was getting the ball out a lot quicker, wasn't holding the ball as much, still too high on certain throws. A throw got away from him, and I want to say somewhere in the second quarter where threw it to the 6'6" tight end, but he still had to jump as high as he could, still came off his fingertips, ended up being intercepted. Will Levis, on the other hand, first start ever. He went 9 for 14, 85 yards. I think he had the most yards of any rookie quarterback for the first week, that's not much. It's not a big sample size.
I want to know your opinion of Will Levis. Don't read them stats off. I seen it.
No. I thought Will Levis looked pretty good. I mean, it's granted you out there working with the backup offensive line and backup receivers, but for what it was given, I think he would like to have a couple throws back. But I felt like he did what I expected him to do. I mean, I didn't expect a whole lot with what he had out there, but I was glad to see him get the reps. Hopefully, going into the next preseason game, that he'll be able to like play a whole half and gain some rhythm. But with the switching in and out, I didn't like it. But aside from that, it wasn't nothing special. Defense played second string the whole game. Can't cover screens apparently. Can't wait for film session. Hope them boys seen what was going on out there. 2 screens with 2 touchdowns.
I thought that was fluke, right?
Did you go out there where I talked to the boys?
Go untouched.
I mean, you already know I was on the Zoom call going into the happy on.
I figured. I didn't know if you got to yelling at him. I know.
Yeah. No, I ain't want to ban him too happy because it's first preseason game.
Yeah,
and I know a lot of them boys are gonna be on the team. You know what I'm saying? So why address them so much? I mean, I know it's probably our last practice.
Come on, bro. I've been trying to tell them 2 seconds.
The boys that ain't gonna make it. What's the line, Nick? The boys that ain't gonna make it. The boys that ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? They gone.
Peace out.
So it is what it is with them. But all in all, we ended up losing the game 17-23. Had an opportunity in the end. Will Levis missed him. I mean, wide open, could have ran into the end zone, but I felt like he rushed the throw off the run. But still, I feel like the battle was. Say it again.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. Sorry to cut you off. I was just gonna say. What do you think about the running back situation? And I mean, not running back situation.
Oh, Tajay
running back
from Tulane.
Yeah, running back tandem.
That's what I thought you was gonna bring up first. Tajay was cooking, bro.
Boy, Tajay Spears.
That's why I said. That's why I said what I said in the gym.
That's what it was really about. I was trying to, you know, what I mean, I left that out. I should have brought that up, but he started the game. It was a. They say it's a competition, but it's not a competition between him and Hassan Haskins as far as who's going to back up Derrick Henry. Hassan Haskins is slow. He has no moves. He doesn't make anybody miss. They got him out there. Why, I don't know. He can't catch out the backfield. Like, if you do nothing special for me, honestly. I mean, I thought Hassan Haskins was going to be a little better out of Michigan, but Tajay Spears came in, and it was like lightning in the bottle, bro. Every time he touched the ball, he was catching out the backfield. He was getting yards. He was stiff-arming banners. Like, Tajay Spears is what I thought he would be, and I'm excited to see how it goes moving forward. But Tajay Spears, bro, look him up, bro.
So you see what I was saying when I was mentioning what I said in the gym about, like, I think the attempts gonna go down because, like, y'all got talent.
I told you that.
He had no talent behind him.
When you said that, I was like, he ain't gonna have that many carries. I'll probably say he'll still total around 22, 25 a game though. For sure.
Who? Oh, Henry. Well, had 25.
For sure. He's still gonna get the. He's still gonna get the carry.
Yeah. For sure. I think. But what I do think is at the same time, I feel like the one thing the Titans really need to get over that hump is for Derrick Henry not to be legs to be dead, bro. By the time playoffs come, you know what I'm saying. I think having that backup like helps y'all and helps the longevity of him in a playoff. I mean, yes, of course that, but he is the focal point of y'all offense. He always has been. You know what I'm saying. And when that's not there. Yeah, when that's not there, the offense don't look the way the offense is supposed to. So with Derrick Henry being able to now have a backup running back, that's
we're gonna shock a lot of teams this year. A lot of people not really expecting us to be that well offensively.
I don't see how, bro. I feel like y'all offense. When y'all got Julio last year,
it's not Julio.
No, I got you. But what I'm saying is when y'all got Julio, when y'all did get Julio, I that year I was like, oh yeah, Julio stay healthy. I was blown. I was hot. But when he got hurt, it was like, okay, this is the Julio we kind of grew to know after a while. But D-Hop, yeah, that boy got gas in the tank. You know what I'm saying? He get his gas from BJ's, bro. He don't get his gas from Lawson Road, bro.
Hey, did Burks play?
Nah. Nobody from starting offense played besides the offensive line and that's it. Nobody knows started.
Who y'all got next?
I want to say, I'm not sure. I have to give you in a second. I'll let you know.
All right.
Who play next, Nick?
Yeah, like I think speaking of running backs, we were mentioning Tajay. Zeke and Dalvin signed right after we set our agenda. I think for those who've been following the Dak situation, or Dalvin, excuse me, I'm sorry. following the Dalvin situation, it was New York, Minnesota, and Miami who were like the 3 players involved with Dalvin. And I think either one of those would have been a good look. I don't know what it's going to look like in New York with that crowded backfield. But I would love to see how they play that. I even remember there was conversation last week about there was concerns that the New York staff was like, we have this conversation with Dalvin. Don't quote me on any of this. I can't remember it verbatim, but essentially it went like this. The conversation's like, yo, I want you to know that, when what's their running back name? We talked about him just now. Who got hurt?
Brees Hall.
New York's. Brees Hall. When Brees Hall comes back, like, your role is going to change. And they're talking to Dalvin. So I'm like, in my head, I'm saying like that. I don't think that's a problem, but the way they mentioned it and they brought it up, it sounds like it's gonna take some adjusting for Dalvin to mesh with Brees and the other running back that I fuck with as well. And then obviously in New England, you don't have that much of a roadblock for Ezekiel Elliott to get carries and get some touches over there. He really has Ramondre over there. So that's pretty good to have to have that type of duo. I need to look at their running back situation right now, but I give y'all the floor. What's your thoughts on Dalvin and Zeke going where they are?
Well, I don't feel like Zeke got a whole lot of options coming into this offseason, but I did think somebody was going to pick him up. There's definitely a chance that he can, because Ramondre, I was actually messing with Rick earlier today trying to say, Zeke was going to be number 2, but I think there's a chance that he can get, I think the snaps will be probably cut evenly, maybe. Well, I don't know. But I think that's definitely a good spot for Zeke, seeing as how he didn't get a whole lot of, traction this offseason. Signed a 1-year deal. That'll tell you enough. But, Dalvin signed a 1-year deal too, so I can't say that. But Dalvin and the offense with the Jets, I feel like that's definitely a plus for him. And that offense with A-Rod, it's a good spot, bro. I'm looking forward. I'm trying to think if I'm going to decide to draft Dalvin in this fantasy upcoming. It was definitely an eye-opener, had me thinking a little bit. But, I'm back on my draft board trying to figure out how I'm going to work that out. But, yeah, I think those are 2 good spots for both backs.
Pretty short and simple.
You muted,
Zeke.
My bad. I was about to say they only had, you got the floor, Nick. I was just saying they only have Ramondre Stevenson and Pierre Strong Jr., who I actually like from South Dakota State. But he's only in the 2nd year, so he's pretty quiet in terms of like his production. But you got it.
Yeah, just looked up Ramondre's stats from last year. Kind of was surprised. Didn't know my boy dropped the whole stack. Only had 5 TDs though. You got to work on that. But also had Matt Patricia call the plays, so ain't too much you can do.
He still called? Oh no, Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien back out there, so you about to run some more bullshit. But it might be a better flow of the game. But shout out to Zeke, finally found a home.
Yeah, you said he wasn't gonna get signed.
I mean, it took him forever. We cut him,
bruh. I told you, bruh. Boy called me, needed to make a couple calls. That's all I had to do, bro.
Look, man, y'all said somebody gonna be knocking at that boy door as soon as we cut him.
First of all, Rick called me because he was a little nervous. He was like, "My boy probably can go unsigned, bro. I can't let you let that happen." So I said, "Look, bro, my boy Rick said, I can't let you go unsigned. Bill, I got Bill on 3-way. He trying to figure out what you trying to do." So I had to fly my boy Rick in there and make sure he was square for the season. So he got time now. Rick getting the rotation, learn the playbook. Get acclimated. Hopefully he do his thing. I saw the 15 jersey. Don't know if he's gonna wear 15.
He wearing 15. He wearing 15. It's that.
Okay.
It's that. I told you, bro. He got his haircut, bro. The old Zeke is back.
Oh.
He was tired of Nick Slander, bro. 2016 Zeke, bro. Hot take of the year, bro. Hot take of the year, bro. I'm calling it.
Bro, that whole line not even built like that, bro. But
that boy said he's gonna need a Russian.
No, I'm not gonna do that, bro.
Shout out to Dalvin. We're going to potentially, I wouldn't call them Super Bowl caliber, but they got a
Y'all
nice
see their
little.
Hard Knocks debut, bro?
Nah. Oh, well,
Watch
that's
it.
Hold on, how much come on
Right.
tonight?
Aaron,
Or tomorrow?
I think it comes on tonight. No, it came on yesterday.
It did.
I don't remember, bro. But I say that to say, Aaron Rodgers, bro, in that first episode, bro.
Boy,
when I tell you, I got you, Rick. I got you, bro. No. I ain't gonna. It's no spoiler. When I tell you, they was fanboying. I ain't never seen a team fanboy over Aaron Rodgers or anybody the way that they did over Aaron Rodgers.
First 40 minutes.
But not only did they
all
Aaron Rodgers, but not only did they fanboy, bruh, A-Rod was cooking, bruh. He was cooking, bruh. But it was like to the point where it's like he couldn't miss a throw. He was beating
bro.
He was beating coverage like tight man coverage. He was beating that like with his arm, bro. Like I couldn't even believe it. They were showing it on film like during the show. You gotta watch it.
Bro, this goes perfect. This goes perfect into my point, bro. Dalvin Cook with the Jets is gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be something special to watch. You know what I'm saying? A-Rod had two backs. A-Rod had a 2-back system when he had Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones, bro. It was a beautiful thing to see. Same thing when he had Dylan. I mean, they didn't use Dylan the same way, but he about to have. I don't care what the Jets coach talk about. You know what I'm saying? Your role gonna change. I hear you, bro. But at the end of the day, Dalvin Cook is still a 1,000-yard rusher, and he gonna give you some damage in a receiving game. And when Breece Hall do come back, he not about to be. He not about to be with them like. You're not about to go full throttle immediately when he come back. Like they're going to baby step him into the game. I would expect. And then the Zeke situation, bro. Like, come on, man. Zeke about to act up, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he does in that Patriots offense, bro. When you think about what the Patriots needed, bro, they needed somebody who could pass block. They needed somebody who could run in between the tackles. Zeke can do that. Y'all seen the videos. Y'all make fun of him. You laugh at him. You hear the noise. What's the noise, Nick? Y'all hear the noise, man.
Hey, y'all hear the noise, bro. Just passed away, fool.
I know. And he was tough about? Too. That's a crazy
Alex
thing.
Collins, bro. Remember Alex Collins out of Arkansas? What did he play?
Yeah. Running back.
Yeah.
From Seattle, bro. He ran hard.
He did. How you passed away? They found out.
R.P. Alex Collins, man.
Man, I gotta take a shot for my man right now. Bro.
He was 29 or about to be 29.
Bro,
you got your cut. Mo, you got your cut, Mo. Hey, Snake, you got drink your drink for us, Snake. Hey, man, for my man. Damn, bro. They ain't say how you passed, bro.
Drinking seltzer.
That's crazy. That boy, man. I'm gonna have to watch this highlights tonight, bro. Just cause, bro. But man, Zeke, I think he's in a good situation over there, man. He's doing exactly what the Patriots need, and I think I'm almost certain Bill Belichick is going to use him exactly the way he needs to be used, bro. Unlike how we did the latter part of his career. Yeah, bro. I like the moves, bro.
Bill don't even run the offense, bro.
You said what?
You talking about Bill? What Bill you talking about?
I said Bill Belichick. I said they're going to make sure he gets used the way he needs to. At the end of the day, I mean, bro, they didn't have no receivers last year for real, bro. Like, the Patriots weren't really looking good last year. I mean, all they had was their run game, bro. That was
I'm glad you said that. Did you see what I put in the chat a couple of days ago? The reporters in New England said that the receivers stink.
Oh yeah, are garbage. Yeah, but we've been knew that though. Like if they weren't hurt, they just didn't look like anything at all. So, I don't know. We'll see what the offense looks like this year. I can't really call it. I'm here to see it, but I hope they do good, man. So my man Zeke can show week 4, bro.
10-man
that boy
boxes,
gonna turn up on Dallas. He might drop 100 because I guarantee you, Bill starting that boy.
Drop 100 right now.
Drop 100 yards against the boys.
Bro, when the last time Zeke had a 100-yard game?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey Nick, talk to me week 3, bro, because I'm willing to take that, bro. Zeke starting that game, and they about to make sure that boy get 30 attempts. I promise you, bro. That's exactly how that game will go.
Honestly,
they might give 30 that game.
67 yards,
Nah,
Patriots offense literally
they run the ball, bro. I know it is, right?
Yeah, they do a good job.
Go ahead, Marley G.
No, I was just saying. I was listening to the jungle. I know they do a good job of really meshing with their roster. Like,
right.
That's just kind of what they always done. Is like even with Ryan. What's quarterback name now? Ryan.
Mac
What's
Jones.
his last name?
Oh, they got
Who was I? Oh, I'm looking at this Arkansas quarterback. My bad.
Ryan
Mac Jones.
That's who you talking about?
Ryan Mallett. Yeah, I was looking at Alex Collins stuff. Mac Jones. Yeah, now even with Mac Jones, like they do a really good job of adjusting to him. And last year was a debacle. You don't have it. Why you got Matt Patricia as your OC, and he was just that don't even make sense. So like this whole new ordeal in New England, man, it's gonna be interesting because it's like you want to trust Bill Belichick, but it's like, bro, like at what point did you get so comfortable where you thought that anything was gonna work offensively with Matt Patricia as your offensive coordinator? Like that don't even make sense, bro. So
pick a random off the street.
Yeah, like it's I trust Bill, but it's like I also think that if they stay true to who they were over the past 23 years, I'm not going to say the last 2 years, but who they were over the last 23 years before that, like they should be okay. And okay is relative because you got New York Jets and you got Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins in your division. They're all three of them are better, y'all. So,
is there any receivers in free agency, bro? Is there any receivers in free agency? So they stuck with who they got, huh?
They got Julio.
Julio did. Hey, Rick, you know the last time Zeke had 100 yards?
Julio good for 5 weeks.
Bro, I'm not having this conversation with you, Nick.
I'm about to say, Nick, what's up, bro?
It's a simple question, bro.
But I forgot to add too, bro. The Bills is in trouble. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Think so?
Why is the Bills in
Absolutely.
trouble?
What are you, bro? The Jets is about to be a problem, bro. They literally just needed a quarterback, bro. They literally just needed a quarterback.
They're not about to go out and get the doors blown off.
I'm not saying of course they're not gonna get. Of course they're not gonna get the doors blown off. But I'm saying the Bills got comp now, for real. And the Jets gave him smoke last year without A-Rod. The Jets gave him smoke last year without A-Rod. So they got A-Rod now. So yeah,
the Bills
they are gonna be in trouble.
Miami beat them last year. So
you said what?
The Dolphins beat them last year too. So it's not. It wasn't just them.
Everybody gets beat. My only point is that the Jets is literally going to be a problem for everybody in that division, bro. And the Bills is the number one.
If the Jets at least make it to the divisionals, it's a lost season. I mean, at least the championship game. The roster is stacked.
The roster is stacked. But now, right at the same time, right, I feel you. But you just get, I like to give benefit of the doubt at least once. But this the first year with A-Rod. Even though A-Rod, that man, your team is great on paper. This is still a quarterback in a new system, bro.
A-Rod is a vet.
He is a vet, but this is still a new. It's still a new.
Brought a lot of the receivers that he made. He brought Allen Lazard, brought Cobb,
Randall Cobb.
Right, still got the same offensive coordinator with Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah,
familiar offense. He know the offense. He got backs. Dalvin Cook, Breece Hall. Got a decent offensive line. The defense is top notch.
Top notch.
It's
got
been
balls
that.
all over the place.
It's been that. Yeah, it's been that.
What we talking about, bro?
You're right. Okay, divisional. I feel like if you make the playoffs, bro, I think they still
they're not trying to just make the playoffs.
I get that their team is way better than making the playoffs, but I'm saying making the playoffs is not a loss.
Watch Hard Knocks, right?
I got you, bro. I know the mentality that they have right now. You know what I'm saying with A-Rod. It's Super Bowl or nothing. If I want to be bold, you know what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to be like, you know.
Side note: Episode 2 don't come out till tomorrow, Mual.
Tuesdays, 9:00.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna watch.
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna watch the episode tonight. But like I was saying though, bro.
I don't want to talk about Zeke, bro. He's gonna do what he's supposed to.
I just want you to answer the question, bro. Do you know when it was? The last time he had 100 yards?
It don't matter when last time he had 100 yards. No, he was hurt last year.
He
was hurt. I know he do. He was hurt last year.
Speaking of Hard Knocks, let's go ahead and
he was hurt last year, bro.
Let's go ahead and get your answer out of the way, Nick, so we can move on because nobody like this Zeke thing.
Week 5, 2021, bro.
Week 5, 2021. Week 5, 2021. Who y'all play?
It was the Giants.
Man, it was weak back then too.
And he think he gonna get 100 yards from one of the best defenses in the game?
Absolutely,
if
bro.
them summer workouts is what
our run game ain't proved itself yet. Our run game ain't proved itself yet, my boy. Our run game ain't
sound like
proved
he
itself
revving
yet.
the engine every time, bro.
By the time Zeke gets hold, Damone Clark already gonna be there, bro.
Hey, look, let me tell you something,
All
bro.
right,
If it's one thing for certain, bro, Zeke going. Hey, they better bring that thump because my boy don't play that. I'm telling you, he gonna drop 100. Now I know what I'm talking about.
Top 100, bro.
Probably once.
Watch your boy.
Have y'all seen
if he get to
the Johnny Manziel
I seen it.
Untold documentary?
I saw it the first day it dropped.
I haven't.
Bruh. So I was y'all know I was in Florida last week. Right.
Yeah.
I saw that joint yesterday. Oh my goodness, bruh.
It's crazy.
You know what I respect about Johnny though? Like
Don't spoil it.
I think what really hurt John, I mean, it's his story.
You can't buy the same, bro. It's documented knowledge, all of it.
So
I ain't seen the joint.
What really is fascinating with Johnny is like, I think what really helped him is like realizing when it was finally over for him. Like I think he didn't know in the moment that his career was bigger than just college. Like I think where he grew up, and what he knew about football, the culture that breeds competitiveness and popularity and like, I'm not no bitch, is somebody who played football in Texas. And like he just grew off that and he was just a dog. And like I think think about this. Think about like the conversations that people have about like those people that they knew who peaked in high school. And like all they wanted to do was be this star individual. It doesn't have to be an athlete or whatever. They just want to be the most popular person in high school. Like Manziel, for him, was that person who, like, when you think about it, he peaked in college. And like that's all he wanted. He only really saw what can happen if this one person from that one town in Texas made it to like the biggest stage in college football out of that one city. He didn't care about the NFL, bro. It's an amazing story. And it's not like an amazing story, like it's very impressive. It just shows you like everybody ain't built for like he didn't know how to be a pro, bro. And he didn't give a fuck about being a pro. He didn't care.
They said the boy, they said they checked this boy iPad, logged hours.
Told his agent, bro.
He said that joint said 0.04.
He didn't watch no film.
Never checked the playbook. Never looked at the film. None of that. But the shocking thing is,
right? Like, they went to him, bro, and he acknowledged it, bro. He said, "I ain't watching."
What makes me so mad, bro, when they say the boy ain't watched no tape, and the fact that the Cleveland Browns beat us with Johnny Manziel, I'm like, bro, the man ain't watched no tape and he still beat us, fool. Like that had to have been the most heartbreaking thing to hear. I'm like, we was that bad. like Johnny Manziel would have did and waxed us with no knowledge of the playbook.
Wait,
I mean, of course he has some knowledge of the playbook, but at the end of the day, I think the most. I thought I knew a whole lot about Johnny Manziel and during his time, but like the one thing that was shocking to me after watching the documentary is the fact that I thought Johnny Manziel came from money. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that they had,
yes, bro,
and he had, and that was all a Ponzi,
bullshit,
like a scheme. Like I'm like, bro, like so his parents ain't never had no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really thought the whole entire time that was legit. Like, oh, Johnny Manziel come from money. He don't care about none of this that's going on. But like, all in all, bro, like I think it's a credit to just the talent of how good he actually was without even actually caring. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, imagine like how
they didn't even cover the fact that he did the Arena League Jones, right? Like
after he
all that, like I forgot what, like the fan control football league.
They didn't even talk about it. They didn't even talk about it. But it's just like man, imagine if he actually cared, bro. They was like, what was the phrase? Win or lose, we booze. Like regardless of
win or lose, we booze, bro.
Like imagine going into every game with that mentality. Like, I don't care if we lose or win. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and play the best I can, and then I'm legit getting lit by the time this game ends. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like
this man got kicked from Cleveland because he went to Vegas the night before and didn't know anything about booking a flight to get back to the game, bro.
And he was like, and knew it. And he was like, man, I might as well enjoy the rest of my night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
turned up some more, bro.
Let me turn up some more. I'm like, bro, what, bro? And we lost. But either way, I think it's an amazing story. I should watch that, bro. Great documentary. I'm looking forward to the Florida Gators joint coming out on the 22nd, bro. I'm gonna have to watch that too.
Oh, that's the 22nd. Okay, so a tennis joint just came out. I'm gonna watch like the way Untold. I'm sure right at this point, I know you probably watch Untold, but like all their stories I've watched
All of them,
with people that I do know or don't know. And
Right.
the tennis joint just came out, I think today, if not yesterday. So I'm about to tune into that. I don't know the guy's name, but I'm gonna tune into that one. But I'm glad you mentioned the Florida Gators one because I was like, I know it's like one or two more that I actually know that's coming out, and I forgot. So Florida Gators come out next week.
Yeah, the Tim Tebow John with all the the Pouncey brothers, Hernandez. They're gonna talk about all that.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, for those who ain't seen Manziel Jones yet,
great
watch if you're listening or watching us right now, go ahead when this show is over. Tune in to the Manziel Jones on Netflix, man. It's a good hour of your time, bro. Watch it while you're eating dinner. Like do something while you smoking or drinking or something. Like you know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Please
turn up, bro, and watch that documentary, bro.
Because Manziel was lit recording.
He also showed how he finessed the NCAA with his audit with his signatures.
Don't you think that's kind of wild? Like how they they basically are admitting that they swindled the NCAA into thinking whatever they had pitched the story to about making it. Like I think it's crazy.
Wild as shit.
Is there nothing they can do about that at this moment? Like they get no.
Hell no. I ain't even know what's the word when it's statute of limitations. It ain't none of that. Like you can do it, say what you want at this point.
Because went right back to signing autographs. Something went
right back. Went right back, bro. Like and for them to say that to that point, I respect it because Manziel again. He said, what did he say when he started that story? He's like, first of all, I don't give a damn about the NCAA. Like I got beef with them. And
he's I hate him.
Like and he showed up. Hatred. He straight up showed us how he finessed the NCAA with him and his mans, bro. Like it is what it is, bro. Like he really just didn't care. But all in all, and we'll get back to are we at an hour? Okay. Sheesh. All in all, we'll get back. I think when it came to Manziel, one of the things that's important is just knowing. I think my opinion. I think that he's at a place of peace, knowing that there was so much pressure in his life that he just didn't know how to control it, and he did it in the way that he could. I'm not gonna say the best way that he could, but he did it in the way that he knew that he could handle it, and that was just turning up, and really. Like a $5 million bender, bro, on drugs and alcohol, bro, is something that I would never understand, and like that hurts my heart. Like me, because I'm like, imagine me having $5 million and I spent it on that. Like I would lose my mind. But I'm leaving it at that, bro. I'm leaving it at that, man. Hell yeah. So let's close out on this one thing, QB tiers, man. So the Athletic. This was a couple of weeks ago now, but they put out a list of quarterback tiers, and they have 4 tiers, right? And it goes from 1 through 30. And for me, let me see if I can pull. It's probably not gonna be a good idea.
I'm about to say I haven't seen the list. I would like to see it.
Okay, let me see if I can. I'll try to pull it up because I know my thing lags sometimes, but maybe it doesn't lag in this instance. Give me 2 seconds. And yeah, it's taking forever. Oh, it popped up. It's lit. Okay. All right, so let me share my screen. And I'll present it, and boom. And boom, and boom. Okay. So again, this is from the Athletic. They have 4 tiers of quarterbacks. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can see all of the quarterbacks. We have 4 tiers again, 1 through 30, and you have your list. Your tier 1s is separated from 1 through 5. Number 1 is your Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, and Justin Herbert. That's your 1 through 5 in that order. your number 2. And by the way, I said the athletic, but to be clear for everybody that's listening and not watching, these are from 50 total NFL insiders that includes 8 general managers, 10 executives, 10 head coaches, and 15 coordinators. So a lot of stake in the game when it comes to like NFL insight and analysis and just knowing the game of football. All right. So there we go. I'll leave you all with the rest of the options. Tier 2, you have Jalen Hurts at the top of it with he's number 6. Right behind him is Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, Deshaun Watson, and Kirk Cousins. So Dak Prescott makes the top 10, but he's not ahead of Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts. And then Kirk Cousins makes tier 2, but he's dead last in tier 2. So those are kind of I don't know how Kyler Murray made top 13. But
I'm assuming it's off of talent. That's all I can think of.
I think that Jared Goff at 15 is right where he is, right where he's supposed to be.
No shade, and y'all know how I feel about Tannehill, bro. I'm not the biggest fan of Tannehill, but when Tannehill got a good line and weapons, bro, he's better than Jimmy Garoppolo and Daniel Jones. Like, I think he's right around the top 15 area. Like, for him to be 22, I think that's rough.
Disrespectful.
I mean, Geno is at 20.
I mean, I think Geno's too low too.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I think Geno. I don't know how Denver had or Russell Wilson made top 17.
So who would y'all? All right.
That's based off.
So obviously
y'all got the floor. Let me know y'all thoughts, bro. Be right back in 2 seconds.
All right. So real quick, I'm gonna just say this: tier 1 should only be Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow,
Josh, Aaron. No, that's fine, but I feel like
Justin Herbert is not a top tier quarterback.
Yeah, he is, in my opinion. I think he is. But the thing is, the reason why I can understand why you say Justin Herbert's not a top tier quarterback is because he hasn't really propelled his team into deeper depths in the playoffs. Like, I mean, I feel like when they got to the playoffs and they lost that 27-point lead, that 27, right? Was it 27?
Bro, you have 27-0 right before.
And then you lose that to the Jags of all teams.
Come on, bro. Right. They gave you 4 turnovers in the first half, and you don't win that game, and you a top tier quarterback.
I mean, the reason why I don't put it on Herbert is because a lot of it has to do with play calling, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Play calling, coaching. There's no way as a coach you should let your team lose a 27-point lead in the playoffs. Like,
he the quarterback, bro.
I get the child on the road, but y'all supposed to put them boys away. Like, y'all legit supposed to put them niggas right, put them boys away. So,
the boys.
But
no, bro, he is the quarterback of that team, bro. You finally get your team to the playoffs, and then you lay an egg in the second half like that, bro. And you a top tier quarterback. Now, granted, let that have been one Dakota Rain Prescott, he would have got crucified.
Come on, bro. How we get to Dallas, bro?
You know how they do. He always find a way to include the boys. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying though. Or let that be any other quarterback. Deshaun Watson. Let that be Jalen Hurts.
First of all,
come on, bro.
Deshaun Watson, that's already happened to Deshaun Watson. They had a 24-point lead on the Chiefs and lost.
I feel like Herbert didn't get enough blame for that loss.
How much blame did you think he was going to get?
All of it.
Oh, you crazy.
Bro, you up 27-0. You can't hold.
So you think that's all on the quarterback?
Come on, bro.
Your
defense got you 4 picks.
Yeah, but they also let us come back and they put up 27, 28 points on the second half.
Well, I'll tell you something. Somebody wants to score on the offense in the second half.
You correct, but at the same time, bro, perfect example, when the Falcons lost to the Patriots, they didn't blame it on Matt Ryan. When they lost 28-3 lead, they blamed Shanahan. Did they not?
I don't recall, bro.
Yes, you do, bro. They blamed Shanahan for the calls and Quinn. They put the blame on them. They ain't say nothing about Matt Ryan, bro.
Super Bowl, you up 28-3. You supposed to win that game.
You supposed to win both games.
All I'm saying
let's talk about some additional names, bro. Brock Purdy at 24, man. Tifo.
That's about
BS.
I would say, let me ask y'all that. All right, so let me ask y'all this though. Like, is this a person at 24, given the people, the 50 insiders, NFL insiders, at 24, does that number surprise you? Given he went 9-1 or maybe 9-0 as a start, I don't remember the number. Yeah. And got them to the championship game. Like, did it surprise you? Not saying that he don't deserve it. I'm just saying, like, that low being in tier 4.
Right, who you taking over Brock Purdy in that list?
I'm not understanding. Who are you taking over Brock?
I mean,
you saying are the names above him? Who are you?
Yeah,
the names above or beneath?
Who would you switch him? Above? Who would you switch him out for?
Nobody. Daniel.
So he 24 number 1 in the tier 4 group. You'll leave him there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I feel like if you put any of the quarterbacks above him, you put him on the San Fran roster, I feel like they do the same thing.
That's fair. I agree.
Okay.
And I feel like Brock Purdy, unfortunately for him, he was Mr. Irrelevant, last pick of the draft. Nobody thought of him being anything of, who thought Brock Purdy would be able to lead the San Francisco 49ers to 9-1 record and potentially Super Bowl berth had he not got injured. I mean, a lot could be said about that, but at the end of the day, I feel like Brock Purdy is one of those quarterbacks who does what the coaches ask him to do. He don't do too much, does exactly enough. And I feel like that's why he gets placed where he gets placed. I think he's like the ultimate game managing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Of the moment, he only has a small sample size. He hasn't really shown that he can do much more than that because, like I said, he got injured. So going into this season, I'm sure he'll probably be the number 1 quarterback going into the season. So we'll see what the season has to hold for them. But I think he still has to prove a little bit more to get a little more respect than what he is.
So nobody going to acknowledge the fact that Russell Wilson is at 16, bro.
Oh, that is all about resume for Russell. That has nothing to do with, like, people don't want to believe he is as bad as last season actually was. They're like, well, this something's got to be wrong. Like Russ probably drunk. You know what I mean? Like something going on, new system that they hacking probably tore everything up. They're trying to make every excuse in the world for Russ. So that's why he's placed like that. He's only up that high for resume purposes, bro. I mean, you can't tell me Russ top. What is he right now? Top 16 based upon last year. Ain't no way. He bottom.
So this is based off last year only?
I'm assuming
because
I don't know.
Because I'm saying like we got D.Y. I don't know how Deshaun Watson at 11.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
That's fair.
That's based off resume too.
That's all I'm saying. So I think
Kyler Murray shouldn't be up there either. He should go.
I don't think Trevor Lawrence is better than anybody ahead of, bro. In that. Scroll up real quick. I think Trevor Lawrence need to back all the way up behind Kirk, bro. I'm sorry. There's no way. What? You are tripping. We're talking about quarterback.
So this is
I ain't mad at that either, bro.
We talking about quarterback
this
play.
This is 2023. That's what it says. Like I'm looking at the article. It says 2023 QB tiers. So I would assume it's heading into the year.
Hey, T-Law, Timothy. What's crazy is he's about to be his second year in Doug Peterson's offense. Mind you, I'll say this, bro. Doug Peterson, I hate their offense because it's so simple and they run all RPOs all the fucking time. But for some reason, that shit worked. You know what I'm saying? Right now, obviously, I mean, what was the record last year?
9-8. What was
our record last year?
7-10.
Hey, pause. Y'all remember when we asked Ryan that night what was Titans' record? He was like, "Bro, we lost 7. I mean, we won 7, and we lost like 10, 13 games, bro."
We were 7.
No, you said we lost 10 straight. You said we lost 10. You kept saying 10. Y'all lost 10 straight. I like Ryan.
Y'all lost 7 straight for real, bro. To end the season.
We were 7-3. Injury bug bit us crazy, and we lost 7 straight.
Even with the injury bug, y'all can win 1.
First of all, our schedule last year was wicked, bro. It wasn't sweet. So please don't try to act like it was a cakewalk. Regardless, bro, when I tell you the injury bug bit us, like the last 2 seasons, it's been crazy, bro. Like I'm actually shocked that we actually finished 2 years ago with the number 1 seed, with Derrick Henry being out more than half of the season, receivers, offensive line, corners. Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, now we were able to manage how we were able to manage, but we lost Arthur Smith, our play caller, to the Atlanta Falcons, replaced him with Todd Downing, the drunk of the NFL. Got the drunk of the NFL, two DUIs in 6 weeks. Like, this is who was calling our plays. We had the worst second half play calling in NFL history, bro. I mean, I will go down repeating the same thing over and over again. Todd Downing is the worst thing going.
You say you'll go down what?
Hey man, he was on his Manziel shit, bro.
I said going down saying, bro. Watch yourself, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. End of the day, Todd Downing, like, it was almost like he was purposely trying to sabotage the team the way he was calling plays. I feel like we were so predictable on offense. Like, I read some tweet one day about the percentage of how we called our first and second downs. Teams were coming in knowing the fact that we're running our first and second down regardless of whatever was going on. It was so vanilla, like everybody knew what we were doing. Like, I'm sitting here watching the game on my TV. I know it's terrible when I know the calls. It's terrible.
Bro, you be talking about how we be talking about Dallas, bro. Oh my
God! I'm about to say it sounds familiar.
Bro, we talking about.
But either way, like, after we lost Arthur Smith, we were completely downhill. Todd Downing had a terrible season. Glad we fired him. We got a whole new offensive coordinator coming in this year. He was on the staff. Tim Kelly, former offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans, was the pass game coordinator for us last year. Scripted the first 15 plays. After that, it was all Todd Downing, and you can tell because our first half offense was pretty decent. Second half offense, non-existent. So I'm optimistic this year that the offense look a little better. And I'm just waiting to see. We got the weapons. We got the line improved this year. We got another back behind Derrick Henry. We got receivers. So defense going to do his thing. I ain't even worried about that. So,
well, that's wild, bro.
I'm looking forward to Jacksonville.
Uninterruptedly. You're not even going to do that to ride. You're just going to have him go all the way through. You ain't even going to say, damn, how you talking about
Well, what you don't know is two things. You're not wrong, right? I could have been cut him off. But secondly, I thought, like, ain't nobody got no follow-ups for Ryan. Like, it's 2 of y'all. Y'all can go on for days. Ryan it's only one person that's talking with Ryan. I feel like Nick, once he done.
Nick, I know you said you was looking for your spatula the other day. I think I just found it.
Oh. So y'all felt like I was rapping just then?
No, your boy Mual got it.
Yeah, you was. I don't even know how y'all got. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I don't even know how y'all got on Tennessee. I don't even know how y'all did that.
First time.
Nick started talking about. Nick was talking about Nick. All Nick said was, "What was the Titans' record last year?" And then I brought up the comment about Ryan at the night with the.
Well, don't ask a loaded question.
Y'all know that's gonna start. Y'all know that's gonna start something, bro.
Don't ask a loaded question. Wasn't that record last year?
That's not a loaded question, bro. You tell me your record.
Nick, I didn't know you had SpongeBob special spatula, the joint with the like 4 joints on it. I know you remember that episode. You gave a couple of them to Ryan too. I got a couple of things. So you see, he pulled that thing. He pulled it out. Pause.
Wow. Watch this bro.
Hey, go ahead, take us out, Mom. Take us out, bro.
It's time, bro. It's time, man. Look. Hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Leave us with a rating review. We appreciate that, man. Look, man, the gang get back next week, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all tapping in, but the fellas gotta go. You know
see
what I'm saying?
Rap?
The more we
see the like button, Rap.
Oh,
hit the like button.
I look like that weight you trying to pick up.
I don't know what Nick was doing, man, but I feel like he was on the Eagle shit, bro. So fly Eagles.
That's crazy, bro.
And
you got green in your shirt too. You ain't got no Dallas colors on, boy.
Oh, he got the green too. He got the Philly green, bro.
Oh, Nick, you got the color rush black on, bro.
Yeah, let me find out you Michael Parsons for real, bro. That's how Michael Parsons be.
You right, watch yourself. Hey, Mo, take us out, Mo. Take us out, Mo.
Appreciate y'all watching, man. If y'all listening in the morning, man, enjoy y'all morning. If y'all listening in the evening, man, enjoy y'all evening. If y'all listening at night, man, enjoy y'all night. Weekend, all that good stuff, man. The gang is back in a couple days, breaking down Washington, man. Baltimore training camp, we out here, man. Y'all be safe, all that good stuff. Peace.
Down, set, hut, watch him throw the ball. We gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through 4th and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trap or Dive.